Hello, everybody on YouTube. If you're watching this on a replay video, I'm gonna wait a few minutes, see if anyone shows up. I'm not too good at announcing videos. I just kind of randomly do these live streams when I pick up some cool games or some cool items when I'm out on the hunt. So I just got back from one of those hunts today and spent a couple hours out there today and found some really cool stuff. Some of this is from today. Actually, most of it is. And then the end of last week, I got a couple cool things as well. So I want to show you guys those items and show you what I found because I found some pretty cool things, man. I think some of you guys are going to be impressed. If you're a game collector, I think you're going to be pretty impressed what I found. So let's start the video. I'm going to prop you guys somewhere over here. I got to find a good spot. Got to find a good spot. Where can I put you guys? Let's see. Put you maybe right now. That's kind of crooked. That ain't gonna work. What the hell did I do last time? Should I just hold you guys? I don't know. All right, maybe I'll just hold you guys. All right, let me just hold you guys, and we'll do it this way. So I go to check out different stores, thrift stores, flea markets, yard sales, Goodwills, Salvation Armies, Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist, which I've never gotten anything off Craigslist. Hello, Jason. How are you? So pick up some things. I go to some stores pretty regularly. Some I don't go as often because I don't find anything. But I'm going to start with the smaller stuff first, what I call the smalls. And sometimes things get harder and harder to pick up. Things like cartridge-based games, the games that I used to play when I was a kid, seem to getting harder and harder and more difficult to pick up. But I'm going to start off with the basic stuff. So what I get this week? So this week I got two PSP. I think these are UMDs. They're called. Four Brothers. I still use my PSP, and once in a while when I take the train to New York City, I watch these, and I actually bring my PSP. It fits very nicely in your pocket. So I got two of these, $2 each, as you can see, $2. And I thought this one was cool. Ren and Stimpy Show, Volume 1. Death Stranding. I have not played it yet. You know, the guy, I don't remember the guy. The guy that's on the cover from Walking Dead actually bought a car from the dealership that I work at, which is pretty cool. I didn't meet him because it was before I started there. And another actor from The Walking Dead actually came in very recently, and I think he ordered a vehicle. But yeah, anyway, no, I have not played Death Stranding. You know what? I have no idea what it's about. Maybe it's a game I should check out. I'll have to watch some reviews on it. So we'll start off with two cool PSP games or PSP UMDs. What else we got? It's not very often that I find Sega Genesis games, and where can I put you guys? I need to use my hands. Gotta find a spot. It's not too often that I find the Sega Genesis games, but I actually found some two last week or three last week, and I think I found 6 or 7 today, which was awesome. And I got them all at different stores. Well, two at one store, three at one store, and the others at the other facility. And check this out. This is cool. I'm gonna show you guys. I gotta find a place to put you guys. This bad thing about streaming on a phone is, you know, I never played Metal Gear either. I was always a Call of Duty guy. I have actually a copy of Halo here, which I got today, which actually turned out to be very valuable. I'll show you guys that in a minute, too. I'm trying to think. Maybe if I put you guys... Bear with me 1 minute here. I should have planned this out, and I'm sorry for not planning this out. Let me try. Can I flip the orientation? Nope, the orientation is locked. All right, let me try this. Bear with me. I'm sorry. This is what happens when you use your phone. I didn't plan this out at all. Playing things, Germ, playing things. Alright, there we go. That's much better. Now I can't read your comments because you're too far away, so let me try to use my iPad. The last time we did a live stream, my iPad would not update YouTube. So let's take a look at that. And this way I could see your guys' comments as well as we do this. You know, what's funny is I see all these feeds coming up on YouTube, and one of the things I wanted to say was that I saw this Tesla truck, man. I know it has nothing to do with gaming whatsoever, but I saw that Tesla truck and I could not believe. I think it's a joke. I don't think he's actually intending on making that vehicle. I think that vehicle's a joke. I think they broke the window on purpose. I think it's a hoax because that thing is so ugly. There's no way they can make it. And not only is it ugly, but to have doors that you could hit with a sledgehammer, I don't believe that. I think it's fake. All right, hold on. Now I can't read your comment here. So let me see. What am I doing here? Never tried to do it this way. Jeez. How can I read your comments on here? It's weird because I'm seeing the delay too. Oh, here we go. All right, cool. All right, so now I can see your comments. You guys can see me. Let me show you guys what I got. All right, so every time you guys comment, I have to probably pick this up. I don't know how other YouTubers do this. I can't see very well. I got my glasses on today. I love video games, and Genesis was one of my first systems. The game systems that I got as a kid were the Sega Master Systems. My mom always got us. I tell a story every time. Everything was wrong. I could see what happened now. We had a store called Jamesway, which later turned to Ames. It was kind of like a Caldor or a Target today, but not as cool. And we had the store in my hometown in Hyde Park called Jamesway. And they had a little gaming section. And I could totally see the the NES selling out back in the day, back in the 80s. And this guy going, "Oh, get this thing, get this thing. It's the best system out there." And that's what I ended up with, was a Sega Master System. I never see those games in the wild anymore unless I'm at a flea market. I never see them at Goodwills or Salvation Armies. They're very rare to find. Not like they're worth a lot of money. They don't pop up anymore because they're getting too old. Genesis was my third system, which I'm going to show you some Genesis games. My second system, believe it or not, was a TurboGrafx 16. Another very cool now, but very unpopular system to own back in the day. It sucks. My second system, finally, we got one of the cool systems. By then, Sega was cool. Instead of the Super Nintendo, we got the Sega Genesis, and I thought the Genesis was way better than the Super Nintendo. That's my personal opinion. I thought the NES was better than the Master System. I got a Master System. The TurboGrafx 16 at the time, it was not cool. I'll tell you that, owning it, it was not cool. No one knew what it was. No one else had it. I don't remember how the hell we ended up with it because I don't remember opening it up at Christmas or anything. All right, so for $5.99 today, I went to a Goodwill. I'm not going to say what Goodwill, but it is a Goodwill that's local to me. There are a couple. I got quite a few Sega Genesis games, which is a very nice surprise. One of them, Animaniacs, I believe if I remember right. Game's worth about $15.99. I used to watch this show as a kid all the time. I love the Animaniacs. I thought it was really cool because all the games that I got today, the owner's manuals were in there and the registration card, and the game looked like they were in good shape and they weren't from like video stores. The other thing that I thought was unbelievable was the tab that hangs from the store shelf. Was still I think all the games that I got today for the Sega Genesis. So I'm excited for this because I can't wait to play this. Oh, someone's commenting and my iPad turned off. Okay. And of course now I can't see what you're... Oh, nope, there we go. Well, hello, Charles. How are you? So, Animaniacs, first game. Next game. I love this game. I know this game does not get a lot of love, but personally, I like this game. Hopefully you guys can see everything well. How's the sound? Is the sound okay? Video okay? Sonic Spinball. Anybody play Sonic Spinball? I got the Sega Genesis Mini. It's actually behind me. I still have not opened it up and played it. But recently for the Nintendo Switch, I actually picked up... Good. Oh, I'm not the only one that loves this game. Good. I remember playing this at this kid's house that I was friends with, Josh. And I love this game, man. It's cool. It's so freaking cool. It's with the little sharks and stuff. I never got very far on it, but I loved it. And it's funny looking at the back of it. I don't even recognize any of these levels because I never got to any of them. But another game, it was cool, complete in the box, and even I don't even want to open it because you know how these are like folding up maps. But the not only is the guide in there, but the thing with all the pictures of all the games, and you hang the poster up on your wall. That's in there too, and it also looks like little advertisement for Joe Montana football that nobody would ever buy at this point, because even if that was on Sega Genesis, I came across it, I'd probably pass on it. But the good news is, another game I got for $5.99. What is up, Supreme Leader? How are you, buddy? So, doing a game pickup video today. I got extremely lucky today and got some Sega Genesis games that are very rare to find. I did watch this show. I do admit it. Tiny Toons. I'm doing well, man. Tiny Toons, another complete inbox game, booklet in the game. I thought this was super awesome. Another $5.99 game. And I'm going to tell you guys a quick story. There's this dude, Nick, really, really nice guy. He used to be friends with this other guy that used to be a vendor at the one of the flea markets I go to, and I became friendly with him because I've seen him quite a few times. Kind of looks like Metal Jesus Rocks, if you know who that is on YouTube. He's got a ponytail. Really, really nice guy, and fellow game player. And this is the second time this happened. And I got to be honest, I'm sure he's beaten me to the punch a couple times. But I walked into Goodwill, and what they do is, so this was actually pretty funny. So Goodwill, man, every Goodwill is different. There is this site called Shop Goodwill, and Shop Goodwill, you could go on there. You go on there right now, okay, or go on after the video, and type in anything that you're interested in. And what Goodwill does is they take all the items from all these stores and they throw it online. Now, when they throw it online, they take it out of the stores. It's off the shelf. It's not available in the store. I don't know where they take them, but it ends up on this site, and items could end up there for 10 days. It's kind of like eBay. You bid on it, and it's kind of dangerous. You could type in anything from like Pez, if you like Pez dispensers, or you could type in PlayStation, and probably 20 pages of PlayStation things will come up, or Nintendo, and like Nintendo's real popular, like 60 things will pop up, 60 pages will pop up, and it's insane. And all this stuff is donated, and some of the stuff that people donate to Goodwill and that ends up in the Shop Goodwill is insane. I had seen a brand new copy, original in the box, of the original Super Mario Brothers, and I watched this thing for like 10 days. The thing went for thousands of dollars. It was absolutely insane. Oh my God, you threw out thousands of dollars of your games, man. What kind of games did you have? I think we all did something stupid like that. I think I did that too. Oh my gosh. You're new to my videos. Love all your videos. And it's actually Jenna. You guys are, you got videos of you and Jenna. You're from Beacon. Oh, cool. You're right down the road, man. I'm here in Hyde Park next to Poughkeepsie. Oh, my God. Nintendo. Oh, God. The Nintendo and the Sega games, man. Dude, some of those games were worth money. I got Jenna's collection and her sister's collection back here, up here. And, you know, there was a couple games up there. There was one game, it's called Rystar. And Rystar, I couldn't believe she had this game, and let alone had it in the box. It's worth like $100. I was like, holy crap. So if you're not familiar with game collecting, and you want to start game collecting, I'm not an expert or anything like that. I like to collect. I think it's fun. I enjoy the thrill of the hunt. There's games I'm looking for that I can't find. Like, believe it or not, Michael Jackson's Moonwalker. I won't buy it online. I could go on eBay, buy it tomorrow. I can afford it. It's one of those games that are like $60 used. I want to get it for Master System. I want to get it for the Genesis. But I won't go and buy it myself because I want to find the game. Now, if somebody mails it to me, then I found it in my P.O. Box, so that's okay. By the way, it's P.O. Box 818, Hyde Park, New York, 12538. Yes, I'm going to plug that. If you want to mail me Michael Jackson's Moonwalker because you have it and you don't care and you want to get rid of it, mail it to my P.O. Box. I have no problem accepting that. Also got Disney's Aladdin today, which is funny because later on when I show you this, I got another copy of this the end of last week, which is, like I said, weird because I never find this stuff. And again, new in the box, or not new, well, complete. And I was telling you guys about that guy I ran into. His name's Nick, and Goodwill. So what happened was, this is the second time this happened. There was a cart behind the counter, but they hadn't put the games in the case yet. So I asked him, I was excited because I was like, yes. I was like, nobody's gotten to them yet. So that only happens maybe once every 2 or 3 months that I catch the cart. So I said, hey, can I see the cart so I could go through the games? I said, I'll probably buy most of them before you put them out. And they're like, yeah, sure. You know, we know you. You know, you're in here all the time. And so I start looking through there's another cart right next to it, and I never get a cart at Goodwill. And there's another cart next to it, so I grab that cart. I start going through the games, put them in, and I end up with about $100 worth of games. Came to $110, and I had a $10 credit, so it came to $100. And what I got for $100, I got a good value today. That doesn't always happen. You got to be very careful. So this is the second time this part happened. So as soon as I pay for it, Nick walks in. I'm like, oh, dude, I'm so sorry. Nice guy. And Nick walks in and he goes, and I had this bag. I had this bag right here. I had it all totally full of games, about, I would say, probably 20 games. And he goes, you get anything good? I'm like, yeah. So we're going through the games, and they're the games that I'm going to show you, except for the exception of like 3 things. And I'm like, dude, I'm really sorry. I was like, but there's some other stuff I left there. That's all. Unfortunately, it's all the stuff that I didn't want, which he's probably not going to want either. But I felt bad because the last time that happened, there was about 30 GameCube games, and I got all the Mario parties, and I literally beat him by maybe 5 minutes. So I'm sorry, Nick, if you ever watch this video or you're watching this video, dude. I am so sorry. Another one I got. Tell me if anyone's heard of this thing. I thought the cover art was really cool. This is Mick and Mac Global Gladiators. So I was doing a little research on this. I have never seen this. I've never heard of it. I never played it. I thought the cover art was awesome. So I'm doing a little research, and I haven't played it yet. But you ready for who? I don't know what the connection is to the game, but 1990s McDonald's. See that right below the Sega logo? That's a McDonald's emblem. So this had something to do with McDonald's. So I think that's really cool. Another $5.99 game. The book is there. Unfortunately, it got crinkled, and this book you could tell was never opened. It's like perfect. So I might have to put that inside something to get it straightened out. But brand new freaking game. Basically, the game's perfect, and I thought it was cool. I knew McDonald's had games. I know now of 2. And I don't know what the other one is, but I played at this barbecue wing place in New Paltz, New York that's not open anymore. They had these Xboxes that were modded, and they had a whole bunch of games on it, and I played some kind of McDonald's game, but it wasn't this one. So I thought that was pretty cool. I picked it up anyway. I did leave 1 or 2 games behind. I have this already. If I ever do a yard sale or flea market, this will definitely go in my flea market pile. Sonic the Hedgehog 2 for the Sega Genesis. I think everybody got a copy of this because if you got a Sega Genesis at some point, I think the newer Genesises came with the Genesises. Is that right? Genesises. I don't know. They came with the later Sega Genesis system. The cool thing is, so in my collection over here, okay, you had all the Sonic. Sonic 3 is the more rare one. I have that up here too. So this is cool. Ready for this? These look different to you guys? Okay, look at the covers. Slightly different, right? I don't remember exactly where I got this from, but they didn't call the Genesis. See how it says Genesis at the top? They didn't call Genesis in other countries. Over in Europe, they called it the Mega Drive. And I don't remember where I got this game, but you can see at the top it says Mega Drive as opposed to Sega Genesis. So I thought that was pretty cool. So now I got 3 copies basically of the same game. I don't know if these are region locked or not. We're going to put those back up there. And then this is the more rare one. This is not a recent pickup, but the Sonic 3 is a little more rare than the Sonic 1 and 2. And then, of course, I got Sonic and Knuckles, which I also have a good story about that, but I think I told that story already about me opening that. And actually, you know what? I'm going to tell you guys anyway, because I think it was a good story. So this is Sonic and Knuckles. This is not my original copy. I do not know what happened to my original copy. But these came in a cardboard box. And my mom used to hide, we lived in an apartment. She used to hide our Christmas presents in her bedroom, in her closet. And she would pile clothes on top of it. And I don't know what she did, but she would always know if we went in the closet to see what her Christmas presents were. So what happened with this game is this is really messed up. So if my mom watches, I'm sorry. Now you know the truth. What happened with this game is I beat this game before Christmas came. So what happened was it had a plastic cellophane around it. So what I did was I took a razor blade and I cut right here. You couldn't do this with a regular game that was wrapped, okay, because you would be able to tell, you wouldn't be able to glue the plastic back on. Okay, so I cut right there, opened the flap, took the game out, and I actually beat the game before Christmas and put it back. Isn't that terrible? I glued the flap back on. I would love to see my reaction for that one back then. Oh, you gotta play them, man. They're great. This is another Genesis game that I played. I think I have played this at one time. When the Genesis came out, I think it came out around 94, maybe oh, was it actually, it says 90, this says 92 on the back. So I remember when I had a Genesis though, I was like probably 14 or 15, somewhere around there. So I don't remember. I think I played this. I might have played this for the Game Gear. This is where it gets crazy. All right, I'm going to show you the weaker stuff first. So I showed you guys I got Sonic Spinball. Well, guess what? Last week, okay, I was at, if my Beacon guy is still in here, the other guy that's from Beacon, okay, I already showed you that that one Sonic Spinball where here's another Sonic Spinball. So if my Beacon guy's in here, he'll know what I'm talking about. This is this was cool because this was donated to a local store, and it was not a Goodwill. It was more like a thrift store. And the cool thing about this one is this one brought back a lot of memories for me because it was my rental store. So the store was called Video Treats, and they had, I remember, 3 stores, and they rented, you know, VHS tapes, DVDs, and actually it's funny that one of the stores now is one of the consignment stores I go in and buy games from. But I got this, and I thought it was really cool, and when I opened it up, it had all the Video Treats barcodes all over the place, and then it had the this cool warning label on here. I don't know if you guys can see it on the sticker there. It says, "Warning, you'll be charged $25 if the instruction booklet is not returned." So, you know, that was my video store. I know we're all nostalgic about our own, but they had stores in Poughkeepsie and around things like that. It was a good store. All right, Supreme Later, I'll see you soon. Hello, Christina. So, second copy of Sonic Spinball. This one was pretty Dragon's Den. Yes, I do. How do you? Oh wow. Yes, I remember. Dragon's Den is open again. New owner for Dragon's Den. Another copy of Aladdin. You right? Another copy of Aladdin. This is from that other store. The top's cut. I only paid I think $1 each for these games. Only I open it. The owner's manual's in there for Aladdin, and Sonic 3D Blast is in there. This happens sometimes, so I'll keep this until I get another copy of Aladdin and eventually probably sell it because now I have 2.5 copies of Aladdin. Yeah, man. Oh, that plaza's messed up now. It's like so weird. This is crazy. I paid $2 for this. All right, so if anyone's watching this later and you're a big game collector, you're gonna be jealous, and I'm so sorry, but I paid $2 for this game. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Hyperstone Heist. Look this game up on eBay. It's worth about $100. So this is insane. And the cool thing is, I couldn't believe this. The owner's manual's in there. The game's in there. This is what you consider a complete copy. So there's what they call loose, which is just a cartridge. That's worth probably $50-$60, I think, on this game. There is, then it skips. There's no, you know, like complete is with the owner's manual. So I don't know. There should be something kind of in the middle where you have the game and the case, because a lot of times the owner's manual is missing. And I tell you what, I would love to have the case. I'd rather have the case over the owner's manual. So there probably should be something else. But this is definitely one of my best finds this year. So I don't know if I'm going to beat that one. Coming to my last 2 piles. Someone tell me you want to see PlayStation, Xbox, or Nintendo first. Next. Let's give you guys a choice. What do you want to see first? Xbox, PlayStation, or Nintendo? First one to chime in. See what you guys want to see. Then I got two other random things, and then I'm gonna let you go because I gotta go. No one's commenting. We gotta. I guess I'll just pick one. So I'll pick the smallest pile since nobody's picking anything. Okay, we got somebody. All right, Nintendo. All right. So we'll go in order of. Oh, and we got to play. All right, so we'll do Nintendo, then a PlayStation. Okay. So today got from Goodwill Super Mario Brothers. That's pretty awesome, right? Not a very valuable game. It's probably worth about $10. It's pretty common. So do have that. I thought that was cool. Paid $5.99 for that. Mega Man X. I was never a Mega Man fan. I am going to try this game. I would like to try it. And mainly because there's another one that I was into and then I stopped playing a long time ago, which I have another copy sitting in my Super Nintendo right back here right now. Zelda. Got Zelda in there. So that was pretty cool. I think this was like a $20 game. It's worth I paid $10 for it. You know, that's one thing about my Goodwill that I hate is I go to other Goodwills that are local to my area and they're all games are $4.99 no matter what it is. This Goodwill looks games up and they see what they're worth and then they sell them based on what they're worth. So I think that's insane. All right. PlayStation. Didn't get any PlayStation 1 games, but got Spyro. And you guys can see what I paid for that one. $4.99. And this one is Enter the Dragonfly. Now, I think Jenna had this one. I think it might be up there already. So, eventually, if we have doubles, I'll keep the nicer of the two. And then probably donate the other. Anyone know this game? I have never played this game, but it's worth about $20, this Asterix game. So, I've never played it. Apparently, this character is very popular in Europe. But personally, I've never played it. It looks like a good game. I paid $5 for it, and it's selling for $20 on eBay. My site that I used to look up my games was not working, and I picked up Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I had a feeling this wasn't a very valuable game. It actually kind of looks... Almost had a tip over. It looks like a pretty good graphic game. I mean, it doesn't look bad. My daughter was playing in Walmart today. We had to stop in Walmart, and she played the arcade one-up version of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And I was looking at some DVDs while she was playing, and I came back over to her, and I couldn't believe how good she was. I was like, holy crap. I was like, this game was awesome, and here she is playing the game I played when I was a kid, and she's enjoying it. I was like, you know what? Maybe I'm going to get her one of those arcade one-up games systems. You know, she said she was interested, and I showed her the games that they make, and they got Pac-Man, I think they have Galaga. They had Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, and I wouldn't let her get Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat. But she wanted the Marvel one. And I was like, really? I said, you would want that? And I said, I got to show her what it's like to see if she would want it. But I was like, if you want it, I'll get it for her. I have like 23 arcade games on the other side of the wall here, and pinball machines. So, you know what? I thought it was kind of cool that she was interested in it. So it was neat. I went into Salvation Army today, and I bought a game. They don't charge a lot for games. They don't get good games though either, from my store at least. And but they don't charge a lot. They only charge $1.99. And I don't normally buy sport games because they're kind of worthless. But I picked this up, MLB 2004, and the reason why I picked this up because I got nostalgic for the second time today. And look at this, KB Toys. I thought that was freaking awesome. So apparently this was a display box and there was no game in it, but everything's here. The disc is in there. Disc is in good shape. Usually sports games are in pretty good shape. Usually the collectors are a little bit older. That people that play these games. That's what I assume at least. All the booklets are in here mint, but $1.99. You know what? I thought I would just buy. I thought the KB Toy sticker was cool. I don't have anything else with the KB Toy sticker on it. I thought it was cool to see that. I loved KB Toys. All right, got two more games, and then I'm going to show you guys two. I'm going to call them dolls because that's what they are, that I picked up over the last couple weeks. Another pickup today, Goodwill. I like the new sealed stuff. I might sell this because I don't really need it. I'm not a Halo guy, but I got a copy of the original Halo for Xbox, original Xbox, not the Xbox 360 or the Xbox One. It's got the Xbox seal on the side, so this thing's never been opened. I looked this up and I paid $4.99 for it, and it's worth about $50. So I thought that was a freaking awesome buy. So it looked like they were selling anywhere from, someone sold one for 30, and then I saw also another one sold for 69. So I'd put a value on it. I would say $50 on the platinum version. So awesome pickup. And then last video game, I got one Nintendo 64 game. I think you guys will all know this game. Zelda Ocarina of Time. And the cool thing about this is the gold cartridge, which means it's the collector's edition. And unfortunately, again, with my Goodwill, that does not sell games for $4.99. Okay, these guys looked it up and they figured the value of $14.99. Well, they made one mistake. They didn't realize this was the collector's edition. So being that it's the collector's edition of this game, that makes this game worth about $50. So I thought that was pretty cool. You know, I know they got to get some money, but you know what? These things are donated to them. You know, I'm a collector. I will play this. I'm not looking to sell these things typically. If I find something that is cool in there, I usually buy a whole bunch of other stuff too. And if I sell that particular item because I don't need it or I got a double, I will do that to get some of my money back. But then that money just goes back to buy other games. So that's it for the games. And then I got two more cool things to show you. I picked this up and I keep forgetting to show you guys. I picked this up in Salvation Army. This is a G.I. Joe. And this is, I want to say it was from the 90s when I looked it up. And it was worth about $50. I thought it was really cool. It was opened at one point, but I still thought it was pretty neat. I paid, I think it was $7.99 for it. Yep, $7.99. And I remember somewhere on here, it had a Toys R Us sticker on it, and it said what it cost brand new. I did not take that off. Oh, there it is, brand new, $29.99. Let's close that bad boy up, and they made other ones too. So I got a Space Guy. It's not that Space Guy, but I got a Space Guy. It's not showing that one on the back. So I thought that was pretty neat. I don't typically collect dolls and things like that, but I thought this was just too neat to pass up. Oh, 1997 collection. So just over 20 years old, and pretty neat. I thought that was cool. The last thing, there was two other things I picked up. I picked this up. It's not often I get things from Salvation Army, but I picked this up. Actually, nope, this was a Goodwill thing. I did not pick this up at my Goodwill. I picked this up at a different Goodwill, but it was brand new. Connects. Kind of like Legos, but not as cool. I'm more of a Lego guy. But I couldn't resist. Brand new in the box, sealed for $4.99. I think I picked this up at a Goodwill in New Jersey, if I remember right. That was a couple weeks ago. So, and then the last thing I'm going to show you guys. You guys might make fun of me for this one. I don't care. I like Paul Rubin. Yes, Pee Wee Herman doll. I love this thing. It's got the pull string on the back. It is awful. It sounds absolutely awful. So I thought this was neat. Let me see if you guys can. I don't know if you guys can hear this or not. I know you are, but what am I? I know you are, but what am I again? Hey, what's that? And I don't understand what he said. There's his laugh. Hi, I'm Pee Wee Herman. How cool is that? Brand new, sealed in the box. Didn't look open to me, man. This thing looks sealed. And I thought this was super cool, man. I can't... see, now everybody's commenting about this. That's funny, because I thought you guys were going to make fun of me for this one. I love this show. I had my daughter recently watch it, like a couple years ago, like 2 years ago, and she thought it was very entertaining. And look at the other characters, man. Remember, was it Cherry? And this guy, he was like the mean guy, and there was Terry the Pterodactyl. You know, so you could collect all the other dolls. I always loved the boombox and the sketch pad. But yeah, it's super nostalgic. I know one of my friends, you know, if you're watching this video later, There's a really great YouTuber that he doesn't have like a huge amount of subscribers, but he deserves a lot of them. But do me a favor, go to his channel, tell him the Germ sent you, okay, and write this down. Very easy name. If you're not subscribed to him, go check him out. Tampa J, okay, Tampa, Tampa Jay. Very good friend of mine, very good vlogger. He actually just did a whole video on Pee Wee Herman's high school, and it was really cool. And he had a little toy that I think he got from Burger King when he was a kid, about the same age as myself. Very entertaining, very good vlogs. Check him out, Tampa J. And if you didn't know, okay, Pee Wee Herman's house, childhood house, I don't know when he moved to Florida, because I didn't know that, was actually in Peekskill, New York. So maybe a future place to go do a vlog. Let's answer any questions anyone has. If anyone has any questions. I've been hunting down Poi Poi for PlayStation 1 for a year now. You know what? I'm not familiar with that particular game, but the biggest thing I could tell you is just be patient. And I don't have that particular game. I've never heard of it. But you know what? You go 10 times. You keep going back. It's like somebody told me this a long time ago. There was this guy that would go to the bar, and he was an ugly dude. And he would go up to the hottest girl, and he would ask her out. And you know what? 9 times you might get a no, but that one time that you get a yes, you'll score. So I look at that, and I do the same thing with the game hunting. You know what? I'll go to Goodwill. I'll go to the Salvation Army. And 9 times I'll strike out 100% and not get anything. And then all of a sudden, I get a big hole, and I'll be like, you know, I get to that point where I'm like, oh, man, it's over. There's nothing left. It's never going to be out anymore. And I get all, like, sad and mopey. And then all of a sudden, I find stuff, you know, like I found an NES in the box. You know, I found a month ago, I found a brand, not a month ago, a couple weeks ago, I found a brand new Wii. How crazy is that? 10 years, brand new. You know, I had been looking for a PlayStation Vita, brand new. Found one. Like, how insane is it to find this stuff sometimes? Because you know what? It's out there. People eventually clean out their houses. They clean out their garage. They donate things. They sell them at their yard sales. You just got to keep checking. And you know what? Yard sales. I go to a lot of yard sales, and it's hard for me to go to. I go to a decent amount of them, I would say. I usually try to hit up one every Saturday on my way to work or on my way home from work if I get out early. And every year, I usually pick up 1 or 2 good games. And it happens. And usually at the yard sales, people don't want much. So, you know what? It's all about consistency, going back and trying again. Never give up on finding games, because you will eventually find what you want. So, I'm going to let you go on that note. Guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I know this is one of my not as exciting vlogs. I don't know what's going to happen to the future YouTube. Hopefully I see you guys again with all this COPA laws going on. And scary stuff. I don't have $42,000 to spend, and I don't make any money on YouTube. I do this all for fun, and because I enjoy it, and I try to educate people on the little bit of knowledge that I know. I'm like the Cliff Clavin from Cheers. You know, we don't know what the future of YouTube's going to be, so hopefully I'm around for a lot longer. If you guys want to drop me a line, my P.O. Box is in the description of all my videos, and it is The Germ, P.O. Box 818, Hyde Park, New York 12538. So if you want to drop me a line, that's my P.O. Box. If you want to mail me anything, or if you want to just leave a comment below, let me know if you enjoyed the video. Hit the thumbs up. Love you guys. Thanks so much for watching. I am The Germ.